ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
एवं सततयुक्ता ये
एवं सततयुक्ता ये
भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते
भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते
ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तम्
ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तम्
तेषां के योगवित्तमाः।
तेषां के योगवित्तमाः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
मय्यावेश्य मनो ये माम्
मय्यावेश्य मनो ये माम्
नित्ययुक्ता उपासते
नित्ययुक्ता उपासते
श्रद्धया परयोपेताः
श्रद्धया परयोपेताः
ते मे युक्ततमा मताः।
ते मे युक्ततमा मताः।
ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम्
ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम्
अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते
अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते
सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च
सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च
कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्
कूटस्थलमचलं ध्रुवम्
सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामम्
संयम्येन्द्रियग्रामम्
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते।
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते।
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते
So in the third chapter, Bhagavan Krishna had said, Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha, Pura Prokta Mayanagha. So it's an opening statement and it's an important statement with which we can look at the entire Bhagavad Gita. Pura Prokta Mayanaga, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yogina. You start with something like that, then it's easier to put everything in place. Some people say there are 18 yogas, 18 paths to God. Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, then Karma Sannyasa Yoga, Atma Samyama. I hope you're following, right? Atma Samyama Yoga. So many ways to God. Aha. See, that's the greatness of Hinduism, you know. We don't say it's one God, that God, and all. No, we're not like that. We're all very God-minded people. We offer you any type of God you want, and any path to God also we give. Okay. So this is a weakness. It's a weak. That argument has made us very weak. Indians very weak. I'll tell you why a bit later. So, so some of these words are popular. Bhakti Yoga is a popular phrase, and so this chapter also is called Bhakti Yoga. So we saw that bhakti is essential in whatever discipline. Yoga means discipline. It's not a particular. Yoga is discipline in one context. Here, yoga means chapter. In Bhagavad Gita, the titles of the chapters are yoga also. And so, Jnana Yoga is part of that Bhakti Yoga. It's a beautiful way to look at it. So we saw that Karma Yoga. In between, Paramarthanandaji brings in Upasana Yoga as a transition from Karma Yoga to Jnana Yoga. Okay. And so, we saw that Jnana Yoga means what? Hey, we're all Saguna Brahma Bhakta. Everybody is born as a Saguna Brahma Bhakta. Correct? And then we develop it in time. The whole human life is meant for that. We keep developing it until we begin to even ask the question, who is this God? The minute that question comes, our culture allows you to ask that question and keep asking, right? And find. That's why we are all called seekers. We are not called believers. Initially, we are believers, then we become seekers. And so, seeking what? Okay, seeking the truth. Seeking God means seeking the truth. And in our culture, in our Advaita, seeking the truth is same as seeking Atma. And Atmaikya Bodhena Vina, Shankaracharya will say in Viveka Chudavadi. So, that life will see its fulfillment when that self is found. And that's why they say you are what you're seeking and so on. Yeah. So therefore, that the culmination is defined by, that is Nirguna Brahma Vicharaha. Okay. And so therefore, which is different from Saguna Brahma Vicharaha or Saguna Brahma Dhyanam or Saguna Brahma Bhakti. Because Saguna Brahma, there is a form and we have to act out our feelings. So when we do a puja, you have to say asanam samarpayami. You have to offer water, you have to offer akshata, you have to offer flower and say asanam samarpayami. You come, hey Mahaganapati, please come. Come right and be seated right here. Because I'm about to do a puja. I'm about to invoke you. And so please come. Then Padhyam samarpayami will work. Then Abharanam samarpayami, Vastram samarpayami. All these things are there. Saguna Brahma. vyapara. Okay. But Nirgunam Brahma, Jnana Yoga, minute we say Jnana Yoga, we are also referring to Nirgunam Brahma, Vichara. Okay. So what is the nature of that Sagunam Brahma? And the Shastram also says that nature is no different from the nature of the self. Therefore, it becomes even more interesting. Therefore, it is not an optional subject anymore. It is essential, not optional, mandatory, because it is me. Me is involved with that Ishvara. And so this is where we are at. And in the fourth chapter also we saw it. Shreyan Dravyamaya Yajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa Sarvam Karma Khilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. Fourth chapter, somewhere 30th, 32nd, that area, 33th. So, very profound statement it is. All types of yajnas were talked about, until that point. And then he says, Jnana Yajna is the greatest. Shreyan is greatest. Why it is greatest? Next line. Sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Whatever you do to develop yourself, to become more emotionally mature, to become more compassionate. And then what happens? Then Antakarana Shuddhi is there. Sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Jnane. It should culminate with knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Jiveshvara Aikya Jnanam. That is only knowledge Advaita can talk about. Not knowledge of some God sitting somewhere. That is not our primary interest. And therefore, then that same chapter, 34, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. So how am I going to know this? Yes, Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Go to tattvadarshis. Go to people who know this. And then they will teach you. That's what that shloka says. And then the next shloka in that same fourth chapter, I'm looking at 433, 34, 35. Yad jnatva na punarmoham. What is the use of knowing all this? Well, punarmoham, no more dukkha, no more confusion will be there. Okay? And that's what he said. Yad jnatva, he says. He doesn't say yad kritva. He doesn't say yad dhyatva. He doesn't say yad anubhutva. Yad jnatva. The fact has to be understood. Experiences can accompany that understanding. That is different. But you have to have that knowledge. And that knowledge alone cuts it. Nothing else can match that. Okay. So now in this shloka, number 5, that we are supposed to, we're just entering, Krishna admits that that knowledge is not easy to get. Kleshaha means what? Not easy. Klesho dhikataras tesham. Okay? It's not easy, he says. So we need to see what Krishna is saying here. Okay? He is saying this Akshara Avyakta Brahma Jnanam, Avyakta Brahma Dhyanam. Dhyanam, of course, is difficult, we saw before, because a formless can't be meditated upon. You need a form. Form is required so you can hang on to that form. The mind can hang on to that. But fortunately, here it is vicharaha, inquiry into the formless. That is possible. That's possible. But Krishna is saying here, kleshaha asti. Kleshaha means katinam. Katinam means difficult. Yeah? And so for whom? Tesham avyakta chetasam. Tesham avyakta chetasam. Chetas, mind. Okay? Avyakta asakta chetas. Asaktaha. Asamantat sakta. Sakta comes from the dhatu sanj. Sanj rage, in the sense of liking, liking some rage. And so that's sakta. So one who likes something is called asaktaha, asaktihi. That in which there is a like is called asaktihi. And like to what? Avyakta asakta. Look at all the words. It's poetic almost, Avyakta asakta chetasaha. So this like means commitment to avyakta, avyakta Brahma, avyakta Ishvaraha. Okay, that is where their interest is. They're not interested in all these forms and all. You attract them with all this, all the various devatas. They are not no longer. They have propitiated all the devatas. They know all about devatas, but now they are interested in the avyakta. Okay, para prakriti they are interested in. So avyakta asakta chetas, a person who is committed to avyakta Brahma, avyakta Ish. That is the meaning of that word. Tesham, those people, plural. Tesham, for those people who are committed to this Akshara Brahma Vichara, Akshara Brahma Dhyanam. Okay. What about such people? Um, Kleshaha adhikataraha. Adhikataraha kleshaha. Difficult, very difficult, increasingly difficult, comparatively very difficult. Okay, adhikataraha. And okay, it's very difficult. And it is said in our Shastram, in many texts it will come. And in Bhagavad Gita, another place it will come. But the famous statement is from Kathopanishad, which we have not yet come to. Uttishtata Jagrata. That phrase all of us have heard. Uttishtata Jagrata. Those days, when the email and all, you could have an email signature. So automatically every email you send, that will get appended, your signature. Whatever you want to say will get appended. Some people will say, Uttishtata Jagrata. Arise, awake. Stop not till you succeed. Correct? That was the famous translation of that mantra. It's from Kathopanishad. Yama is going to tell Nachiket. Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varan Nibodhata. Then, so there it says what? Uttishtata, literal meaning is get up. Literal meaning is get up. But Shankaracharya, commentary, Atma Jnanabhimuka Bhavata. Uttishtata, turn yourself towards Atma Jnanam. That is the meaning of Uttishtata. Start asking about what is Atma. And Uttishtata, literal meaning of Uttishtata is get up. Get up. Come on, get up. Move. That's very nice to hear that. And Swami Vivekananda ji is popularized. Okay. But he did not say the actual meaning because maybe the context was not right to tell the actual meaning of this Uttishtata. And so, Atma Jnanabhimukha Bhavata. And then Jnana Prapti Yogyatam Prapyata. Jnana Prapti, think, get ready. Get ready. Prepare yourself for this study of Brahma Vidya. That is the meaning of one word, Uttishtata, according to Shankaracharya. Correct? Jagrata. Jagrata. Jagrata means wake up, come on, wake up. You're sleeping. But Shankara's idea of sleep is what? Ajnana Nidrayaha Kshayam Kuruta. This long sleep. Ajnana Nidra. That is typical Shankaracharya. So wake up from that. And it means just Kshayam Kuruta. Stop this long sleep that you've been through. Okay. At least now in this life where the human being can actually listen to something and say, what? What did you say just now? You've been sleeping for the last billion years. What do you mean? Yeah, at least you're asking, what do you mean? Great. Keep that question with you. Okay. And keep asking and don't stop. And Prapya varan nibodata, like that. It goes varan prapya. Okay, Vivekananda ji does not explain it in his talks. He says, Acharyan prapya, prakrishtan acharyan prapya. Qualified teachers. Go after. Go after the people who are able to tell you what this magic is. Go after them. Varan prapya varan nibodata. Understand that fact. It's meant to be understood. It's a puzzle that is meant to solve. It is not just meant to take you round and round. And so kshine punya martilokam vishanti. And then punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. No, that is what it is. If you don't do this, then that's what will happen. And therefore, and then next sentence. Shurasya dhara nishita guhayam, like that it is there. Shurasya dhara nishita duratyaya. Shurasya dhara. This path is not easy. Don't simply jump. And you have to prepare yourself. And Shurasya dhara, it is like walking on a razor's edge. Razor's edge. One famous book is there. It's called Razor's Edge. Comes from this Kathopanishad. Walking on razor's edge. Why it is like this? If it is so difficult, why should I do it? Well, something is difficult means you have to get trained for it, you have to be prepared for it. And so, nothing wrong with it. We'll help you prepare for it. But otherwise, it's like walking on a razor's edge. Shurasya dhara. Yeah? The same thing here. Kleshodhi kataram desham. Durgam pataha tat kavayo vadanti. Like that, Yama says there. Durgam pataha. That patha means path. That journey of Jnana Yoga is Durgam. It is hard to traverse. It's hard to cross. It's hard to go on. Durgam pataha. Kavayaha vadanti. Those who have gone through this, that's what they say. Okay. And so here also, Krishna is saying the same thing. Kleshaha adhikata. It is difficult, this particular path. Right? If you are not prepared for it. And so then what? Avyakta hi gatir dukkham. Okay. Because this avyakta vishaya, that which is not manifest, even the gross items we are having difficulty properly appreciating, properly understanding. And if every gross item is an ocean, We want to. Science is good at understanding all the gross things, right? And so all these ologies are all there. So anatomy itself is a big topic. Then medicine is about the anatomy. And so there is all this physiology, neurology, gastroenterology, etc., etc. So many ologies are there in just this one body. And what to talk about the atmospheric sciences and geology and aquatic sciences and the science of flora and fauna and this and that. There's endless number of sciences. So gross, that's all gross, study of the gross objects. What about non-gross, sukshma, mind? Okay, mind, psychology, etc. There are neurosciences and whatnot is there. Mind, trying to understand the mind. Vast, it's growing. The more they study, the more it grows. So amazing it is. This is what is called Aparavidya is like that. The more you study, the more you feel you have not studied. Yeah, the more you feel you have to study even more. Yeah. Truly, the person who's really studying will come to that conclusion. But Paravidya, therefore, turn Atma Jnana Abhimukha Bhavata. Turn yourself towards this, yourself, Atma. And so there he says here, Avyakta, that becomes Avyaktam. It is Dukkham because I'm not used to it. This kind of thing nobody has ever told me before. And all the things that are being talked about for this, the preparations seems to be odd. Okay. Ragadvesha, Ragadvesha, Ragadvesha. Constantly Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling Ragad Indriyasya Indriyasyarthe Ragadvesho Vyavastito Tayorna Vashamagachet. He doesn't say stay away from things. He says everything you use, there will be raga and dvesha. You be careful about it. Yes. Okay. And so, avyakta hi gatir dukkham. That nirgunam brahma is avyaktam. And gati means the destination. That destination, if avyakta is the destination, because these people are who? Avyakta asakta chetas, right? These people. And therefore, their goal is this avyaktam brahma. We are not going to leave from here unless we figure this avyakta out. Okay. But that is gatir dukkham gatihi. Dukkham here is a adverb to adverb it is. Dukkham gatihi. Okay. It is not sorrow and things like that. It is difficult. A difficult, it's a goal. The destination of avyaktam is difficult. Something like that is the way to translate that. And why is it difficult? Dehavadbihi avapyate. That goal, which is difficult, it is gained with difficulty. Avapyate, kam avapyate. Dehavadbihi. Okay, let's understand. Dehavadbihi. Deha, you understand? Shariram, this body. Body is called Deha, right? Dehavat means Dehavan, means one who has a body. That is the literal meaning of Dehavan. In a compound, it will be Dehavat. Dehavat, who has a body. By people who have a body, it is difficult to get, difficult to gain. That's the literal meaning of this Dehavat Bihi, by people who have bodies. Which means what? By all human beings, it is difficult. No, that is not being said here. Shankaracharya helps us. Dehavat Bihi means those who are identified with the body. Identified. Deha Abhimanavat Bihi. Deha Abhimanavat Bihi. That is a way to put that. You have to insert the word Abhimana between Deha and Vat. Then you can say, by people who have this identity with their body, normally they use the word attachment. Okay, attachment with the body, etc. How do you understand attachment? The people who think that this body is the be all end all. Correct? I was trying to explain. Yesterday I was thinking, how do I explain this? Attachment with the body means what? Everybody likes their body. Nothing wrong with attachment. But this is all it is. This is who I am. I am this body. That's it. I was born on some day and I'm going to die later on some other day. This is the story. This is the history of myself. That's it. Before that body was born, I did not exist. After the body is gone, I won't exist, obviously. And this is the idea of myself. That is called Deha Abhimana Vat. I am as good as this body. I exist as long as this body exists. That is, and therefore they use the words like attachment. I am attached to the body and all this. Okay, if you like the word attachment, you can use it. But it's somebody who's closely identified with the body. Body identity is important. For daily transactions, you have to know who you are, and at least from a transactional perspective. I went to get the license renewed the other day, last 2 weeks ago. So they said, you take a picture. We need to take a picture of it. I can't say Atma is Avyaktam. You can't take a picture of Avyaktam. Yeah. they'll say, who is this guy? What is he saying? And so there's no patience for all those things. You do whatever you have to do, where you have to do, you do. Be clear about who you are. And so wherever body identifications, you have to accept that. And so you have to look. Look means you have to look there. Then you show your face, show the face. Yeah, that's perfect. So body identification is there. Okay, you have to have it. It's useful, no doubt. And so that is Deha Abhimana. But this Deha Abhimana is a big impediment, barrier to understanding Atma. To access Atma, I have to find a way to reduce my body identity. Okay? This is true because body is finite, and the more my attention is on the finite, less my attention is going to be on the infinite. The more I'm caught up with this body, okay, whole life it is all one thing after the other, unending. It's just unending, one after the other. And finally, I thought I will retire and at least enjoy. I don't have to work. And then suddenly a whole list of problems is coming. And then now what is this? This knee joint is paining, right knee joint is paining. Doctor says this and that. They're saying you should do this, do that. What? It's not, it's been now 5 years. And now it has come to this other knee also. They're talking about knee replacement surgery. Everybody is saying you should just get your knee replaced. Oh, knee replaced? That's it? Oh, knee replacement. Though this there 30 years back, such a concept did not exist in India. 40 years back. And so knee replaced. And one thing, at least after knee replaced, everything should be all right. Meantime, I have other problems. Children are there. Children don't come at all. Then they at least they should call me. They don't have time to call me also. And even the children's children say, Grandpa, we don't have time. We're all very busy. Hardly third grade, fourth grade. We're all very busy, Grandpa. We can't call you every week and all that. Okay. Once, is it all right if we call you once a month? So month is a long time, my dear boy. And so this is going on and on. And retirement, already half the retirement is over. Mind is constantly worrying. So many things. Relationships are there. It's a big web out there. Web. And already we are born related to people. Then the minute we get married, then the relationship doubles. That whole network doubles. Because now two sides. You are relating to others, this side all along. Now the other side is also waiting. And you become a part of a big web. Now I was thinking about this. If there's a marriage function. So it's a joyous occasion, obviously, and everybody's meeting each other, and after a long time they've seen. It's a good occasion to meet people who've not met for a long time. People have flown from abroad, this, that, and suddenly great opportunity. So suppose a 50-year man goes there, and the person is single, never got married. Then what will they say? See, what kind of things do you talk with a single guy, single person? Not married. So you can't talk about children, family, wife. You can't ask them. These are all, you can't have these kinds of conversations. Because typical conversations like that. How's this? How's your son? How's your daughter? Where are they? How are you? Now, single guy means what? Nothing to talk about. And, oh, this guy's, I'm so sorry for you. That's what is going on in the mind. But you can't say that also. Oh, things are okay. Your job is good. Everything's fine. Huh? Okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. And congratulations, this, that. Couple of minutes. After 2 minutes, what is there to talk? Nothing is there to talk. Because it's a time to network with relatives. Okay. And if the single guy is comfortable relating, that's good. He's comfortable. But so that relationship is so important. It keeps us going. It keeps us going all the way. Vanaprastha, beautiful ashrama they have given. So you withdraw from something like this. If you don't withdraw from here, there is no hope. Next janma will be like this only, if at all we get a human life. Okay. And so Vanaprastha, beautiful. Look at that vision. You have the Shastram is saying, I'm going to give you a license. The license is what? You are now no longer a grahastha. You are a vanaprastha. You can say no. If somebody says, please come and attend my grandchild's marriage, great-grandchildren's marriage, you can say, I'm so happy for you. You know, your great-grandchild is getting married. You know how many people can say something like this? To attend the marriage of the great-grandchild. Okay, not possible. You are so lucky, my dear friend. But I may or may not come. And now I'm focusing my energies on studying the Shastra. So is it all right if I wish you well and I want to I wish everybody well? Is it all right if I don't attend the marriage? How many of us can say that? I may not be able to come. I may go to the ashram instead because there is a camp that's going on. It's a camp on Vedanta Sara. I really want to know it. I really want to study it. Now is the time. I don't know how many more days are left in my life. Can we have this kind of conversation? Well, maybe not exactly like that. But people, we have to talk like that. I'm purposely telling you this because we have to learn to tell people what's out there. If we don't tell, how are they going to know? They won't know all these things. Only people who know have to tell the people who don't know. So there is all these things. And by the way, what are you doing? What have you been studying in the last 10, 15 years? Or have you been gloating over your grandchildren and great-grandchildren? Challenge that guy. Challenge that person. So that he wakes up and says, what are you talking? I'm asking you a very practical question. What is after this? What? After your great-grandson's marriage, what is going to happen next for you? Make him think. Ask him those pointed questions. Okay? We have to ask pointed questions periodically. And friends, between friends, friends are meant for this. And so, and therefore, Dehavadbihi, it's a loaded word. Look at that. Dehavadbihi. From that body, Abhimana, comes all these things, correct? Urdhamulamadash Ashwatham Prahurabhyayam. That whole thing is there. And so, and they use words for certain relatives. For example, we have a word in India called co-brother. Co-brother. I don't think it's actually an English word. I don't think they don't use co-brother in America, do they? Yeah, they don't. Yeah, Haraprasad is shaking his head. No, they don't. Co-brother and all is a meaningless word in America. Only in India it works.
Yeah, America, everything is a cousin.
Everybody is a cousin. So the person's wife's sister's husband is the co-brother. That's a relationship. So here they say Shatahar. We have words, I tell you, these words they're so expressive of the relationship. Dayadi and all, they will say suddenly. You have to know what Dayadi means, otherwise you will get lost. And it's a very specific relationship they're talking about. And nothing wrong with all this, but it's beautiful. And so, imagine going to the marriage and saying, Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Dhyatma Muchyate. And no, please don't say that in the marriage. Quietly go. If you want to talk, just go in a corner and then talk like this. But therefore, Dehavadbhihi is such an important word here. That's that one association, that one identity is enough for me to just become a samsari, correct? Become a samsara. That's the samsara. There's no other samsara. And so, all right. So, having said this, okay, Jnana Yoga is difficult. So, then great. So, don't pursue this knowledge because India is a land of multiple paths. Sanatana Dharma is a land of multiple paths, and you go with what you like. Who said there is only Jnana Yoga? There is Anahat Yoga, there is Nad Yoga, there is Kundalini Yoga, there is Kriya Yoga, there is so many types of yogas are there. Every other day, new yoga is coming up also. And then, of course, there is a famous statement, and there is for the dynamic person, there is Karma Yoga, and then for the ambitious person, there is Raj Yoga. Then for the emotional person, emotional person, people who like to cry periodically, there is bhakti yoga. Then intellectual person, there is jnana yoga. Correct? So many yogas are there. Why are you constantly talking about jnana yoga, jnana yoga, jnana yoga? And now you are telling me jnana yoga is difficult also. You have to be broad-minded. India is a broad-minded country. Indian culture is broad-minded. We won't force you to worship one particular god and all that. We don't believe in one god. We believe in many gods. This kind of argument you don't find anywhere in the Vedas. You don't find in any scripture. This is all totally ashastrik, totally avaidik. Swami Paramarthananda says it is avaidik. It is not sanctioned by any shastra, our shastra. Where it came from, we don't know. This, wherever it came from, the moment people started thinking like this, that's the kind of downfall of our Sanatana Dharma. That's it, over. We don't know who we are at that point. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. That's it. The Brahmanas who are supposed to have studied the Shastram and taught the rest of society, they gave up all this study. Went after something else. Went after something else. That's it. Once the Brahmana gave up his or her duty, then the rest of the society gives up their duty. Kshatriya gives up their duty. Vaishya is giving up their duty and going after something or some vague, totally confused, completely confused. Okay. So therefore, difficult does not mean you don't do it. For the 2-year-old child, algebra is difficult. ABCD is difficult. You just ask every parent how difficult it was to just teach ABC to a child. Just because it is difficult, you just say, oh, okay, no, fine, just go ahead and play. Oh, you're good at volleyball. So my son is going to become a volleyball player. Tell me which parent tells like that when the child is 3-4 years old. No child, no parent will say that. Why? Difficult, therefore don't study. I don't like to go to school, therefore don't go to school. No, we prepare ourselves. We equip ourselves with all the things needed to prepare every child for everything that's going to come up. There is no such thing as difficult. Really, if you ask any child, growing child, you ask the child which subject is difficult, the child cannot answer the question. You know why? Because the child is learning all subjects just fine, all languages just fine. It doesn't know math is difficult, physics is difficult, chemistry, nothing, no idea. Everything is coming. And they don't have this idea of difficulty unless you keep asking them, this is easy, that is difficult. If it is easy, do that. Oh, that don't say it's difficult because job prospects are not there. We can cloud the child's mind with all kinds of stuff and do not allow the child to just progress. Just study and do what it likes to do. So this difficulty, very interesting. Very interesting. We don't accept that at all. No parent will accept when a child says, no, tomorrow onwards, I don't want to study mathematics. Why? It is difficult. No, what is difficult? Tell me. Do you need additional tuition? Is that what you need? Is a teacher not teaching you properly? Is that the problem? Then let's pay some extra money. It's going to be tough on our wallet, but I think you need some extra tuition. I know some people who can teach math very well. Let's every week, twice a week, you go for it. And the child does it. And amazing. I see so many children doing so many different things. And we equip them. So that is the answer for that question about this Jnana Yoga is difficult. Means just walk away from Jnana Yoga means walking away from Shastra. That is why all of us just miss the boat completely. From day one, we miss the boat. And so we have to just come back. We have to come back from that mindset. We can't, we have lost our complete Shastram. That's why, I want to provoke you even more. Provoke your thinking by saying something like this. And top of that, we got colonized. 200 years of colonization. We've lost our identity completely. And so we are willing to work. Indians are very well known all over the world as people who are ethical and professional. And Indians are known for their profession. They're very good. They've established themselves. That's it. That's where the knownness stops. That's where the identity stops. Anybody, anywhere in the world can work well and be ethical and be professional. You can't say Indians are ethical and professional. That's not our identity. What is that makes an Indian an Indian? If you have to answer the question, you got to come back to the root. We don't have that root. We've lost that root. We've been uprooted. And tonight, they've invited me to talk on this topic. Okay, it's called From Yoga to Yogi. All big words they've given, okay? Inner leadership, how inner leadership can bring about world harmony. Look at this topic they've given. And you know how much time they've given me? 20 minutes. 20. I'm supposed to talk on this topic for 20. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Okay? And we all want to become big, but we don't have time. We don't take the time to study it properly, hear it properly. Everything must be done in 5 minutes. 5 minutes mein kuch na kuch karo, magic karo. So, this is all non-Vedic, all these multiple paths, multiple gods. It's all Western concept of God we project on India, and then we say India is polytheistic. Hinduism is polytheistic. Absolutely wrong. And all our books are filled with wrong information. And so we have to just turn around. We have to just revolutionize the way we think. Okay. Thanks to Puja Swamiji, we are able to, not only understand what's what, but also stand up for it. And stand up for it and make our voice heard. Okay. Only now foreign countries are paying attention to India. Only now. Because we have a leader who is quoting Veda mantras like Sahana Vavatu and Satyameva Jayate, and he's explaining about it into foreign audiences. Okay. Until then, you simply parrot, keep on parroting, knowing nothing about yourself. And only this man is saying we need a Murti for Adi Shankaracharya. Only this man is trying to bring out some of the past. Okay. And we have lost whatever little accomplishments we have done, we don't know. India used to make all armies of the world used to get swords from India. Swords, how difficult it is to make a sharp edge. Indians were the best. We used to be the first people who used to smelt zinc. We used to be the greatest navigators. We used to have studied the entire skyscape first. And these Portuguese people used to carry Indian navigators and Indian doctors. Medicine was advanced in India. We know nothing about these things. And we want to be Vishwaguru. They use this word Vishwaguru. I don't know if you're following these things. Very popular word that India is Vishwaguru. Yeah, we have the potential to become Vishwaguru, but we have a lot of hard work before that. And so, therefore, here, Jnana Yoga is kleshaha, adhikataraha, tesham, fine. And therefore, you don't say multiple paths and don't walk away from Jnana Yoga. Understand how, what is Jnana Yoga and how I can equip myself. Okay? That's the Tamevam vidvan amrita iha bhavati nanyah pantha vidyate yanaya na anyaha pantha vidyate. Purusha Suktam is saying another path does not exist. I want you to tell me what is there in my hand. I'm going to close my eyes and meditate and figure out what is there in your hand. Or I'm going to use my ears to tell you what is there in my hand. Multiple paths, right? multiple paths to figure out what is there in my hand. Why use only eyes? Suppose you say, no, I have to open my eyes and see. Somebody says, no, multiple paths must be there, right? India means multiple paths. So without opening your eyes, you must be able to tell what is there in my hand. No, you have to use your eyes to see what is there in my hand. No, you are being fanatical. You're saying you must only use the eyes. Nobody says that. You know why? You know why nobody says that? Because they know very well, when a pramanam has to be operated, that pramanam has to be operated. Only that pramanam has to be operated. And there is no option. A pramana that can do its job, only that pramana will do its job. No other pramanam is available. In such a case, there is no question of fanaticism. It is the only option that is left. Therefore, why Jnana Yoga is important? Because Shastram is a pramanam, my dear friend. Pramanam means just like the eyes are able to tell you what is what. It is revealing objects. Same way, Veda is a pramanam that will reveal what? It will reveal who you are. To know who you are, you have to operate a pramanam. And that pramanam is Veda, which you have to operate. Unfortunately, you're not equipped to operate yourself. Therefore, you need Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya udekshanti te jnanam. Gurumevavi gachet shrotriyam brahmanishtam. That person who has operated the pramanam and knows how to operate the pramanam, knows how to help somebody else operate the pramanam, you have to get it done. So in pramanam operation, there is no choice. Exactly as there is no choice in saying, I can use something other than the eyes can help me see what is there. No, you can't. So therefore, if somebody says, you're a fanatic, Swamiji, this is a Swamiji statement. You're a fanatic, you're saying Jnanam is the only way. Swamiji will say, I'd rather be a fanatic than a lunatic. That is Swamiji, Puja Swamiji's statement. Okay, if that makes me a fanatic, let me be a fanatic. So understanding what's what is so critical. And avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartaye vidya vidyam nihantyeva tejas timira sangavat. Hey, the room is dark. The room is dark. How many paths there are in illuminating this room? Any paths? Yeah, it is exactly that same mindset. This mindset we use on an Indian dharma and then say dharma is polytheistic and all. Hey, there is only one way to illuminate this room, which is to bring light. How do I bring light inside? Which kind of light? Okay, that you can decide. Any type of light you bring. You can bring a lamp, you can bring a flashlight, you can turn on the switch, you can do whatever you want, but light is needed. Light is needed. And nothing else can remove darkness. You can't say, I will do Shirshasana and then, yeah, you can do Shirshasana, that's fine. In fact, Shirshasana can be done in darkness also. These experts can do all those things. Okay, I can do Shirshasana for 3-4 minutes, I can hang on. But I need some light. Like, I don't know, I've not done it in darkness. Okay, I need to look, when you look, some basis has to be there. Otherwise, I don't think I can do. I should try it. I don't know why try it in this age and then break your bones, So you can do Shirasasana, you can do whatever you want, but the room will still be dark. You can chant mantras, the room will still be dark. You can get PhD degrees, the room will be dark. Avirodhitaya karma. Na vidyam vinivartayet. Karma is avirodha, is not opposed to ajnanam. Shankaracharya, bold statement in Atma Bodha. Avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet. Karma is not opposed to ignorance, Therefore, it cannot remove ignorance. Avirodhitaya karma na avidyam vinivartayet. It does not have the capacity to remove ignorance. Avidya. Then what? Vidya vidyam nihantyeva. Look at the pun. Vidya avidya. Vidya vidyam nihantyeva. Only vidya can remove avidya. Tejas timira sangavat. Exactly like only light can remove darkness. This is what is understanding a statement like this is what is going to make a difference in our lives. And therefore, kleshodhi katarastesham doesn't mean it is difficult, therefore we walk away from it. The next question should be, what can I do? If it is difficult, what should I do? Be the question we ask. And so there are Santakarana Shuddhi is there, therefore karma yoga is important, therefore karma is important. It's because karma will not remove ignorance doesn't mean I throw away karma, throw it out the door. No, we don't throw the baby with the bath water, as they say. I don't like that phrase, throwing the baby phrase. I'm a bit sensitive to using it, but somehow due to habit, I got it out. Okay, and so therefore, get prepared. Get prepared. You know what? Somebody told me this recently. That person has become obese over time. The person has become, become just physically unfit. Okay, very young person. Then they came up with the idea of the Tunganath, some yatra, some trek. It's called Tunganath trek, Tunganath Chandrashila trek. Okay, up north. And then what they do is they tell you these are the requirements. You must be fit. You must be able to walk this many miles per hour. You must be able to run this many kilometers per whatever. If you can't meet these particular criteria, then step 2 is you have to prepare yourself. For 2 months, your food diet has to be restricted in this manner. Your exercise, you must do A, B, C, D, and you must send us photographs of that. Every day, I will give you a chart. You will have to chart your progress. Okay. Guess what? These people, they are totally unfit, sitting in front of the computer all day. And guess what? They went to Tunganath Yatra and came back. And now their whole vision is changed completely. Their diet has changed. And now they're doing exercises every day also. At least 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. I thought this is a fantastic idea. Whoever came up with this idea. You get to do a yatra, but at the same time, you are able to change your discipline. Okay. And so like that here also, if you are not prepared, it is difficult. Anything for which we are prepared need not be difficult, will not be difficult. Okay. So let's translate the shloka. Difficulties are more for those people whose minds are committed to within brackets the pursuit of the unmanifest, pursuit of the unmanifest, within brackets Brahma or Brahman, comma, for the goal of unmanifest okay, for means because for the goal of unmanifest is attained with difficulty. is attained with difficulty by those who are identified with the body. Is attained with difficulty by those who are identified with the body. Okay, let me repeat that. Difficulties are more for those people whose minds are committed to the pursuit of the unmanifest Brahman, comma, for the goal of unmanifest Brahma is attained with difficulty by those who are identified. Continue the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.